Iti namine Namaho Krishna 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 Jaya Sri Krishna Caitanya Caritamrta Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasade Gaurabhakta Jaya Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Joy Nitai Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasade Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Glory, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is an ocean of mercy. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, the friend of the hopeless souls who have no shelter. Glory to Lord Chaitanya, the life and treasure of Advaita Chandra. Glory to Lord Chaitanya, the wealth of Shrivas and Gadadhar. Glory to Lord Vishwambhar, the son of Sachi and Jagannath Mishra. Glory, glory to the dear devotees and followers of the Lord. By Lord Chaitanya's order, Ananta Shesh descended to this world in Radhadesh, where he enjoyed pastimes. Lord Nityananda, who is the supreme ruler of West Bengal, was born in the village of Ekachakra. His father was Harai Ojha, and his mother was Padmavati. From childhood, Nityananda was peaceful, intelligent, and virtuous. The resting place of all handsomeness, his beauty defeated millions of Kamadevas. Because of his presence, the land of Radhadesh became all auspicious, and famine and poverty were completely vanquished. On the day when Lord Chaitanya was born in Navadvip, Lord Nityananda, who is in Radhadesh, roared with happiness, and that roar filled countless universes. Upon hearing the roar, someone asked, "Was that a thunderbolt?" Someone else thought that was a great calamity. But someone else said, "I know the reason for that sound. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the ruler of Bengal, is now roaring with happiness." Although they spoke these different explanations, no one could understand the truth about Lord Nityananda, for they were all bewildered by the Lord's Maya potency. Concealing his true identity, Lord Nityananda happily played games with his boyfriends the same age. Together they imitated Lord Krishna's pastimes. Indeed, they never played any games that were not imitations of the Lord's pastimes. On some evenings, Lord Nityananda and the boys would enact the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki. Making a prison room late at night, they enacted Lord Krishna's taking his birth while no one was awake. They created a Gokul, took Krishna there, and then tricked Kamsa by giving him Mahamaya. Full of love for Nityananda, although they were unable to fathom his true identity, the boys never left Lord Nityananda to return to their own homes. Day and night they played with him. Amazingly, the boys' parents never rebuked Lord Nityananda. Rather, they would simply embrace him with affection, saying, "We have never seen anything like these glorious games. How does a small boy know so much about Lord Krishna's pastimes?" One day, after constructing a Kaliya serpent out of leaves, Nityananda went into the water with all the boys. But when the boys jumped up and down in the water, they fell unconscious. Lord Nityananda then brought them back to life. Once, a boy dressed up as Narada Muni and gave advice to Kamsa in a secluded place. Another day, a boy dressed up as a Krura and brought Krishna and Balaram on Kamsa's order to Mathura. Lord Nityananda personally took the part of a gopi and wept a river of tears as the boys looked on. Bewildered by Lord Vishnu's Yogamaya, no one understood Lord Nityananda's true identity. Simply, all the boys happily played with their friend Nityananda. Lord Nityananda acted out all the pastimes of the Supreme Lord's incarnations. One day, he became Vamana and cheated Bali out of the worlds that he possessed. One boy dressed up as old Shukracharya and forbade Bali to give charity. But Bali gave the charity, and in the end, Vamana stepped on his head. On another day, all the boys became monkeys, and Lord Nityananda built a bridge to Lanka. Cutting some castor trees and throwing them within the water, the boys loudly exclaimed, "All glories to Lord Ramachandra." Then, playing the part of Lakshman, Lord Nityananda grabbed a bow and angrily went to meet Sugriva. He said, "O monkey, my lord has become unhappy. If you wish to keep your life, then you must come with me at once. My master unhappily stays on Malyavan mountain. What happiness will you find by staying here with your associate without Ram?" One day, Lord Nityananda played the pastime of killing Indrajit. Another day, he was wrapped in playing the part of Lakshman. He once made a boy play the part of Vibhishan, and he took that boy to Lord Ramachandra, who crowned him king of Lanka. One boy then declared, "I am Ravana. Now I will kill you with my Shakti-shila weapon. Protect yourself, O Lakshman." Saying this, the boy struck Lord Nityananda with a lotus flower, and Lord Nityananda promptly fell to the ground. Wrapped in thinking of himself as Lakshman, Nityananda had fainted. Despite the attempts of everyone to awaken him, Nityananda could not be wakened. No consciousness remained anywhere in his body. Placing their heads in their hands, the boys wept. Hearing their loud weeping, the mother and father of Nityananda immediately ran to where the boys were playing. They then saw their son, but with no consciousness in his body. They immediately fainted and fell to the ground. Seeing this, everyone was surprised. While the boys were describing all that had happened, an adult onlooker said, "I know the reason for this. Previously, when Nityananda was playing a different pastime of Lord Ram, he was playing King Dasharat, and he heard the words, 'Ram went to the forest.' Hearing this, he, pretending to be Dasharat, acted as if the life had left his body. If someone will now dress like Hanuman and supply him with medicine, then this boy will become cured." Actually, the Lord previously had instructed his dear friends, "When I fall to the ground, all of you should gather around me and weep. Then, after a moment's delay, send for Hanuman. When he holds the medicine to my nose, my life will return." Entering the mood of Lakshman, Lord Nityananda had fallen unconscious, and gathering around him, all his friends became filled with worry. Everyone was bewildered. The Lord's previous instruction would not appear within their thoughts, saying, "Rise, brother, oh rise, Nityananda." They simply loudly wept. But upon hearing the words from the adult onlooker's mouth, the boys suddenly remembered what the Lord had previously told them. One boy immediately dressed himself like Hanuman and at once ran off. Then another boy, dressed as an ascetic, met Hanuman on the path, praised him, and offered him fruits and roots. He said, "Stay here, my son, and bless my ashram. I am very fortunate to meet a person like yourself." Hanuman replied, "Sorry, but I must continue on my mission. I wish to go. I cannot stay. You must have heard that Ravana hit Ramachandra's younger brother Lakshman, the Shakti Shila weapon, and made him fall unconscious. That is why I am now going to the Gandhamadana mountain. Obtaining medicine there, I will save his life." Then the ascetic said, "If you must go, then first bathe and eat, then you will be victorious." Filled with wonder, everyone gazed at the boys as they spoke the specific lines that Lord Nityananda had previously given them. After the ascetic spoke these words, Hanuman went to bathe in a lake. A boy who was waiting in the water grabbed Hanuman's foot. Dressed as a crocodile, the boy pulled Hanuman into the water. Then the boy Hanuman dragged the crocodile onto the shore, and after a few moments of battle, heroic Hanuman defeated the crocodile. Then a boy dressed as a Rakshasa tried to eat Hanuman, saying, "You may have defeated the crocodile, but how will you defeat me? I will eat you. Then how will you save Lakshman's life?" Hanuman replied, "Your Ravana is a dog. He is pathetic. You should flee or I shall send you to death's abode." After hurling insults at each other, they began to fight, first pulling each other's hair, then fighting with fists. After a few moments, Hanuman playfully defeated the Rakshasa, and then went to Gandhamadana mountain. Then Hanuman battled with some boys dressed as Gandharvas, and after defeating them, he carried Gandhamadana mountain on his head to where the boys surrounding the unconscious Nitai awaited him. One boy, who was dressed as a physician, placed a medicine on Lord Nityananda's nose. The second boy said, "Remember Sri Ram." Immediately, Lord Nityananda stood up. Seeing this, his father, mother, and everyone else smiled. Hadai Pandit quickly ran to the Lord and embraced him, and all the boys laughed and felt great bliss. Everyone asked Nityananda, "Son, where did you learn all this?" Smiling, the Lord simply replied, "These are my pastimes." In his early youth, the Lord was very handsome. The people could not turn their hearts from embracing him, and all the people of Ekachakra loved him more than they loved their own sons. Still, overcome by Lord Vishnu's Yogamaya, they could not understand his true identity. In this way, Lord Nityananda spent his childhood. Lord Krishna's pastimes alone and nothing else pleased him. Shunning the homes of their fathers and mothers, the boys spent every moment playing with Lord Nityananda. Vrindavandas Thakur says, "I offer my respectful obeisances to the feet of all those boys who have played with Lord Nityananda." Who can understand the pastimes of Sri Nityananda, whose pastimes are manifested before a person who has attained his mercy? For 12 years, Lord Nityananda stayed at home, and after that he renounced his childhood pastimes and went on a pilgrimage for 20 years. And then, at last, he attained the sight of Lord Caitanya. Lord Nityananda has delivered the entire world. He is an ocean of mercy. No one is like him. By his mercy, I have understood the truth about Lord Caitanya. By his mercy, Lord Chaitanya's glory becomes revealed. Please hear about Lord Chaitanya's dearest associate, Lord Nityananda, and how he traveled to all the holy places and pilgrimages.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Everyone sing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Everyone.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Lord Nityananda first went to Vakreshwara Tirtha. Then he went to Ekeshwara in Vaidyanath forest. Then he went to Gaya and then to Varanasi, the capital city of Lord Shiva. Seeing the Ganga, Lord Nityananda became very happy and bathed and drank from it. Then he went to Prayag, where he bathed at sunrise in the month of Magh. Then he went to Mathura, his home in his previous birth. He enjoyed water pastimes at Vishram Ghat in the Yamuna and then happily wandered on Govardhan Hill. He then wandered throughout the 12 forests of Vrindavan, one by one. Gazing at Nanda's home in Gokul, he sat down and wept many tears. Then, after offering his obeisances to the deity of Madan Gopal, he went to Hastinapur, the Pandavas' capital city. Seeing the home of his devotees, the Lord again wept. But empty of devotion, the residents of the holy place did not understand why he wept. Thinking of Lord Balaram's glories in Hastinapur, Lord Nityananda called out, "O Balaram, please deliver me, and fell down to offer obeisances. But you're all light too. I'm good. Lord Nityananda then went to Dwarka. He bathed in the sea and was happy. He then went to Siddhapur, the home of Lord Kapila. At Matsyatirtha, Lord Nityananda distributed food in a great festival. He then went to Shiva Kanchi and Vishnu Kanchi. The Lord next went to Kurukshetra, Pritudaka, Bindu Sarovara, Prabhasha, Sudarshana Tirtha, and Naimisharanya. After some time, Nityananda went to Ayodhya, and seeing Lord Ramachandra's birthplace, he wept. Then, after visiting Madurai, noble-hearted Nityananda went to Sri Parvata, where he saw Shiva and Parvati. Disguised as a Brahmin and a Brahmani, Shiva and Parvati live on Sri Parvat. And when Nityananda arrived, they could understand that the object of their worship now stood before them in the form of an Avaduta. Filled with happiness, Shiva and Parvati gazed at their guest. Parvati happily cooked and then respectfully offered a meal to Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda smiled and offered respectful obeisances to them both. Then Lord Nityananda went to a Buddhist ashram, and when he saw the Buddhists, the Lord asked questions that no one could answer. Angry, the Lord kicked them in their heads and caused them to flee. Laughing and laughing, fearless Lord Nityananda alone wandered in the forests, his body always overcome with love for Lord Krishna. One moment he wept, and the next moment he laughed. Who can understand the nectar that he tasted? In this way, as Lord Nityananda was wandering, by divine arrangement he saw Madhavendra Puri, whose body was filled with love for Krishna, as were all of his many followers. Madhavendra Puri tasted only the nectarine sweetness of Lord Krishna and nothing else. Lord Krishna himself enjoyed pastimes in Madhavendra Puri's body. How can I describe the great spiritual love Madhavendra Puri experienced? When he came before Madhavendra Puri, Lord Nityananda at once fainted out of spiritual love. He fell motionless. Seeing Lord Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri also fainted. He forgot who he was. Seeing Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri both unconscious, Ishvara Puri and the other disciples wept. When they regained external consciousness, Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri held each other's necks and wept still further. Tasting the nectar of love for Krishna, the two of them rolled in the sand. They called out Krishna's holy names, overcome with love. A stream of love flowed from their eyes, and the earth thought herself fortunate to be bathed by that stream. There was no end to their ecstatic symptoms of trembling, tears, and bodily hairs standing erect. Lord Caitanya himself enjoyed pastimes in their bodies. Lord Nityananda said, I have visited many holy places, but today I have attained the fruit of all those visits. For today my eyes have seen the feet of Madhavendra Puri. Now that I have seen the great spiritual love he bears, my life has become fortunate. Embracing Lord Nityananda, Madhavendra Puri gave no answer. His throat was blocked with tears of love. He would not allow Lord Nityananda to leave his chest. As the two gazed at each other, pure love for Lord Krishna manifested within both of them. The hearts of Ishvara Puri, Brahmananda Puri and the other disciples were also immediately filled with love for Lord Nityananda. In the past, they had seen Madhavendra Puri speaking with many saintly persons, but they had never before seen the kind of love for Lord Krishna manifested as they now were witnessing, manifesting on the bodies of Nityananda Prabhu and Madhavendra Puri. Persons who hear how Lord Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri first saw each other will become wealthy with love for Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda was also drunk by tasting the nectar of Lord Krishna. Again and again he would tremble, fall to the ground and laugh aloud. Seeing the wonderful spiritual love of these two, the disciples chanted, Hari! 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 Again and again. Hari! Hari! Drinking the nectar of love for Lord Krishna, they did not know whether it was day or night, or in whose home they were staying. Madhavendra Puri said, I have not seen this kind of spiritual love. Wherever this love is present, all holy places reside. Now I know that Lord Krishna is merciful to me. Now I have a friend like Nityananda. If Nityananda is present, then any place becomes Vaikuntha and all holy places. Whoever hears from a devotee like Nityananda will certainly attain Lord Krishna. Day and night, Madhavendra Puri spoke about Lord Nityananda. His heart was filled with love for him. Lord Nityananda considered Madhavendra Puri his spiritual master, and he did not think of anyone else in that way. After staying together for some days, Madhavendra Puri went to see the Sarayu, and Lord Nityananda left for Setubandha. In this way, Lord Nityananda travelled to the holy places. At the end, he returned to Mathura and stayed always in Vrindavan, overcome with love for Lord Krishna. He did not eat. Sometimes he drank milk, if it was offered without asking. Suddenly, while he was in Vrindavan, an inspiration entered Lord Nityananda's mind. Nityananda thought, although he is concealing his true identity, Lord Caitanya now stays in Navadvip. As soon as he openly reveals his true opulence, I will then go and serve him. Holding this thought in his mind, Lord Nityananda did not leave Vrindavan, even to go to Navadvip. There in Vrindavan, Nityananda again and again enjoyed pastimes in the Yamuna's waters. He would play games with the cowherd boys in the forests of Vrindavan. Glory, glory to Lord Nityananda, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I, Vrindavan Das, simply keep Lord Nityananda's lotus feet carefully in my heart. When will the day come when I will see Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda, the two of them surrounded in the four directions by the great multitude of their devotees? Lord Nityananda is my absolute master. Taking shelter of him, I worship Lord Caitanya. Birth after birth may I study Srimad Bhagavatam with Lord Nityananda as my teacher. That is my desire. Glory, glory to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. O Lord, please be merciful to me. I pray that you both will stay in my thoughts. Lord Nityananda is your great devotee. O Nitai, unless you award someone the ability to attain Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, no one can attain him. A person who hears these descriptions of Lord Nityananda's travels to the holy places will attain the great wealth of pure love for Lord Krishna.
Join it all. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Oh Nitai, Jai Nitai, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh! Jai Nitai, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Joy Nitai, Gauranga, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Glory to Lord Caitanya, the life of the worlds. May I remember his feet at every moment. As Lord Nityananda was waiting in Vrindavan, he finally heard the news he had been waiting for. Lord Caitanya had begun the Sankirtan movement. Immediately, Nityananda left Vrindavan and at once started for Navadvip. Lord Nityananda wore the garments of an Avaduta. His body was tall. He was always grave and profound. The holy name of Lord Krishna stayed on his tongue day and night. Moment after moment he roared with bliss. He was wild, as if he were an incarnation of Lord Balaram himself. His charming face defeated millions of moons. His smile was the life of all the worlds. His lips were graceful and handsome. The splendor of his teeth defeated pearls. His glistening eyes were large and red. His long arms reached to his knees. His chest was broad. He walked with soft and graceful feet. He spoke kind words to everyone. When the people heard the words from his mouth, their bonds of karma were at once destroyed. When Lord Nityananda came to the town of Nadia, all the world exclaimed, Jai! Jai! Jai!
Jai! Jai Jai!
Who has the power to properly glorify Lord Nityananda? Who personally broke Lord Chaitanya's sannyas danda? Even a merchant, or a lowly person, or a fool who chants Lord Nityananda's name becomes able to purify the entire world.
Jai Nitai!
Jai Nitai!
Nandana Acharya happily offered hospitality to Lord Nityananda. Whoever hears of Lord Nityananda's arrival in Navadvip will attain a great wealth of spiritual love. Lord Caitanya understood that Lord Nityananda had arrived. He felt limitless happiness in his heart. Speaking to the Vaishnavas, Lord Caitanya revealed what was to happen. But no one understood his words. He said, "Oh, my brother, in 2 or 3 days a great person will come here." By divine arrangement, a few days later, Lord Caitanya, after worshipping Lord Vishnu, hurried to meet the Vaishnavas. The Lord told everyone, "Last night I saw a great wonder in my dream. There was a chariot that was the best in the world. It had a palm tree flag. It stopped before my door. On that chariot I saw a very tall person. On his shoulders he carried a mace. He was not peaceful. In his left hand he held a cane kamandalu. He wore blue garments, a blue turban decorating his head. On his left ear was a colorful earring. I think he looked like Lord Balaram. Is this Nimai Pandit's house?" he repeated 10 or 20 times. He wore the garments of an Avaduta. He was very powerful. I never saw anyone powerful like him. Very respectfully, I gazed at him. I asked, "Oh great personality, who are you?" He smiled and said to me, "We are brothers.
Jai Nitai.
Tomorrow you and I will meet. Hearing his words, I became very happy. I felt that he and I were the same person. Speaking these words, Lord Caitanya left external consciousness far behind. Entering the mood of Lord Balaram, he began to roar. Bring madhu! Bring madhu! Bring wine! He roared. Hearing his roar, everyone felt that their ears would split. Srivas Pandit said, "Oh my lord, please hear. You already possess the wine you desire.
Jai Baladev.
Others can taste it only if you give it to them." Trembling, the devotees stayed far away. And in their hearts, the Vaishnavas thought, there must be a reason for all this. Laughing, singing, and rocking his body to and fro, red-eyed Lord Caitanya became like Lord Balaram. After some moments, the Lord returned to his natural state. Then he explained the dream. He said, "In my heart, I think there is only one explanation. An exalted personality has come here. As I told you all before, you will soon see this exalted personality. Haridas, go! Srivas Pandit, go! Go and find who this person is." On the Lord's order, these two great devotees happily searched every part of Navadvip. As they searched and searched, the two devotees said, "I think this person must be Lord Balaram himself." Wild with happiness, the two devotees searched the city, but they did not find even half a sesame seed's worth of news. For 9 hours they searched in all of Nadia. Not finding the object of their search, they returned to Lord Caitanya. To the Lord's feet they presented this report. "We did not see him anywhere. We looked in the homes of every Vaishnava, every sannyasi, every pious householder, and every materialist, but we did not see him. We looked everywhere in Navadvip. Only in the villages outside Navadvip did we not look." Hearing these words, Lord Caitanya smiled. He knew Lord Nityananda was playing a trick. He thought, Nityananda has hidden himself very well. In this incarnation, Lord Nityananda is carefully hidden. Only if Lord Caitanya himself reveals him can anyone see Lord Nityananda. After a moment, Lord Caitanya gently smiled and said, "Come with me, and we will find him."
Joy.
Chanting Jai Krishna as they walked, the devotees happily went with Lord Caitanya. Accompanied by the devotees, Lord Caitanya, who knew everything, at once went to where Lord Nityananda was staying, Nandana Acharya's home.
Into the home of Nandanacharya, where Nityananda Prabhu, who is the jewel of exalted persons, was staying, entered Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and his Sankirtan party. Upon seeing Nityananda, everyone stood still and simply stared. For Nityananda was so effulgent. He was as effulgent as millions of suns. And he was wrapped in meditation. And Nityananda Prabhu did not even notice that anyone had arrived. He was simply filled with the happiness of his meditation. And he was smiling. Aware that this person was very advanced in devotional service, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates bowed down before him. Everyone respectfully stood in front of Nitai, and no one said anything. They only gazed at Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu stood directly in front of Nityananda. And Nityananda Prabhu slowly opened his eyes. And he recognized his own Lord. Stunned with happiness, with unblinking eyes, Lord Nityananda gazed at Lord Chaitanya's form. His gaze was so intense. It was as if with his tongue, Lord Nityananda was licking Lord Chaitanya's form. It was as if with his eyes, Lord Nityananda was drinking the happiness of Lord Chaitanya's form. It was as if with his arms, Lord Nityananda was embracing Lord Chaitanya. It was as if with his nose, Lord Nityananda was smelling the fragrance of Lord Chaitanya. His absorption was complete. And in that absorption, Nitai stood stunned, motionless. He neither said nor did anything, and everyone present became filled with wonder. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu was the master of all living entities. He knew how to bring Lord Nityananda out of his trance. He hinted that Srivas Thakur should recite a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. And understanding that hint, Srivas Pandit at once recited a verse describing meditation on Lord Krishna. Maharpidam natavaravaru vapu kanayo kanikaram Vibradvashat kanaka kapisam by Jayantin Chamalyam Randram Vinoradara Sudaya Purayan Gopavindar Vrindavaranyam Sopara Ramana Praveshad Gita Kirti. This verse says, it describes how the gopis were remembering how Krishna dressed, decorated with a peacock feather on his head, just like a dancing actor, and with a blue flower pushed over his ear. His garments glowed like yellow gold, and he was garlanded with a Vaijayanti necklace, and dressed in such an attractive way. Krishna filled up the holes of his flute with the nectar emanating from his lips. So they remembered him. The gopis remembered Krishna entering the forest of Vrindavan, which is always glorified by the footprints of Krishna and his companions. And simply by hearing the recitation of this verse, Nityananda Prabhu fainted to the ground. He was no longer conscious. Nitai had fainted in ecstasy. Recite again, Lord Chaitanya ordered Srivas. After some moments of hearing this verse repeated again, Nityananda Prabhu regained consciousness. Touching Lord Chaitanya, he began to weep. Again and again, hearing the verse, Lord Nityananda became mad and began roaring like a lion. And hearing his roar, the universe seemed to break into pieces. Lord Nityananda suddenly, violently fell to the ground, and in their hearts everyone thought his bones must have broken into pieces. Afraid that he was hurt, the Vaishnavas called out, "Krishna, save him! Krishna, save him!" Lord Nityananda was rolling on the ground. His body was flooded with tears from his eyes, and gazing at Lord Chaitanya's face, he sighed. Bliss was in his heart. Moment after moment, he just laughed aloud. And then, in another moment, he began to dance. And then, another moment, he bowed down. In another moment, he slapped his arms. Another moment, he jumped with both feet high into the air. And seeing this great wonder of the mad bliss of love for Lord Krishna, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, and all the Vaishnavas began to weep. Again and again, Lord Nityananda was overcome with ecstasy. Everyone tried to hold him still. When no Vaishnava could hold him still, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him with his two arms and held within the embrace of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda became still. He floated in the waters of love for Lord Chaitanya. He was like Lakshman, who became powerless in Lord Ram's embrace. Struck by the arrow of pure spiritual love, Lord Nityananda fell again to the ground, unconscious. And still embracing Lord Nityananda, Mahaprabhu wept. After a few moments, Lord Nityananda returned to external consciousness, and everyone shouted, "Hari! Hari! Hari! Hari!" And gazing at Lord Nityananda, all the devotees felt their hearts had become filled with Lord Nityananda. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda gazed at each other. Neither of them said anything. They only shed tears, feeling great bliss. Their tears flooded the earth. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Today is an auspicious day for me. Today I have seen the pure devotional service that is the true meaning of the four Vedas. How can this kind of trembling, tears, and roaring be manifest if it is not manifested by the personal potency of the Supreme Lord Himself? Lord Krishna will never abandon any person who with his own eyes has once seen this kind of pure devotion. I think that you must be the Supreme Lord's spiritual potency," Mahaprabhu said, "and anyone who worships you will certainly attain pure devotion to Krishna. You purify the 14 worlds. Your nature and activities are confidential. They are secret. They are inconceivable. And they are not attainable. Everyone can see that you are the personification of the great treasure of pure love for Krishna. Millions of sins and millions of illusions cannot stay with a person who attains even half a sesame seed worth of association with you. I know that Lord Krishna will deliver me, for He has given me your association. I'm very fortunate to see your feet. And anyone who worships your feet will attain a great pleasure of pure love for Lord Krishna. In an ecstatic trance, Sri Chaitanya glorified Lord Nityananda, and he did not stop. Hearing the prayers Lord Chaitanya spoke, Lord Nityananda became embarrassed. And Caitanya Mahaprabhu then asked Nityananda, "O holy man, which places have you seen before you came to Navadip? And Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, before coming here, I visited many, many holy places, even the holy places of Lord Krishna. However, I saw only places. I was not able to see Krishna. So I asked the people there. I see that the deity thrones, are covered, and they appear empty. Oh, my brothers, please tell me, where has Lord Krishna gone? And they all told me, Lord Krishna went to West Bengal. He went to Gaya, but after some days, he returned to Nadia. And someone who had heard the great chanting of Lord Hari's names in Nadia said, Lord Narayan himself has taken his breath here. So I heard that in Nadia, even the most lowly and fallen souls are delivered. And after hearing that, I, a great sinner, have come. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu replied, we are all very fortunate that a great devotee like yourself has come amongst us. Today, my life has become a great success. For today I have seen you weep streams of tears in ecstatic love. Anyone who hears this account of the first time Nimai Pandit Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda saw each other becomes free from the bonds of repeated birth and death. Anyone who desires to cross beyond the material world of birth and death and then dive into the ocean of pure love, of pure devotion, should worship Lord Nityananda. If a devotee repeats these pastimes, then Lord Chaitanya blesses him, his family, and his friends. The holy name of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is very rare and difficult to find in this world. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the life breath and the great wealth of everyone. The two moons, Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, are my life and soul. And I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Everyone a little louder.
join each other. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Flowers here. If you could just take one flower and fill that flower with your deepest prayer and devotion, and please offer it to Lord Nityananda on his appearance day. So as the kirtan continues, Lalita, could you hold the flower? So you can come up one by one.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Johnny time, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Nitai, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. A little louder, everyone. Janitai, Janitai, Hare. Oh, Nitai. Krishna, Hare Hare. Whoa! Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. And again, everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Jai Jai Nityananda Ram, Jai Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai, Jai Nitai. Nitai Gaura Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Gaura Hare Ram, Nitai Gaura Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Nitai Gaura Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Nitai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Jai Om Shabbat Brahman Secretary Secretary Joseph Secretary Simon Common Grace Stacy Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada Anand Pepper Joyce Niki Whimsical Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Swami Mukunda Varakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sri Navadvip Maya Pradhan Ki Jai Ganga Maya Ki Jai Yamuna Maya Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Shama Veda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All glorious is some of the devotees. All glorious is some of the devotees. All glorious is some of the devotees. All glorious is Sri Guru Govinda Thai. Go Prajananda. Jai Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Nityananda Prabhu Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare